Hey folks, welcome back to Bama Florence and Venice Souls. You're back with your host Nick Forster, and tonight we're going to work on the Super 125, but it's going to be a little bit later. I want to get this all knocked out first. I'm going on vacation the next. Let's see, I'm leaving Wednesday. It's Sunday night, so usually work on it Sundays and Wednesdays. Work on souls, so just trying to get something done before I leave. So. Just got parts in for that. Reason I'm not working on 125 is I'm waiting on parts for it. So, let's hop off into it. Last video y'all saw we had an air leak right back in here. So only one I found so far. As slow as this thing leaks, I believe that's probably going to be it. It's probably this guy's leaking. Can't tell if that is a crack right there or not. Does not appear to be. So we're going to get into it. Got a new seal right here, as long as our block is good. So let's take a gander. There we go. One. Oh, there's the other one right there. And I think they went to a 4-bolt later on. This one's just got the old 3-bolt. Yeah, that one was a little loose on this side. Let's go back over there. I like to do these by hand, preferably. Last thing you want to do is crack them. The Pioneers are notorious for it. Hard to see up underneath there. Yeah, there you are. Maybe better off using a flathead on it. I ain't quite sure his Phillips, but this Phillips don't seem to be doing the best on it. There we go. That one's pretty well loosed and gone. So there's the flathead. I'll go back to my Phillips. I just want a better Phillips. Let's see what I got. That guy may work better. A little bit better. Better engagement at least. This will let us look at our intake block, see if we got any leaks on it, got any cracks or whatnot. I'm on a different side of the table because we got our 125 or 105 blown apart over there. Still working on chasing down all the air leaks with it. We will get it one day though. But I said I want to get this one done before I left, so I just came over here, cleaned off this side of the bench, and voila. Alright, that should have it. She done fell on off there. Let's see. Let's see where she would have been leaking. Clean some of that dirt off in there. See any reason why it would have been leaking. That's interesting. I don't see anything that caused it to do that leak like it is. So let's pull these out. Let's give this thing a good once over. See if we see any cracks. So far I don't. See anything so far. Nothing on the inside. These are pretty good about not cracking, so that's interesting. She seems to be good. Even the gasket seems to be pretty good. Came off in one piece. Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of cracks. So that's interesting. We were getting what's called from there. Bubbles out of there. I guess one thing we could do is put a little sealer on these bolts, make sure they are good and sealed. So I do believe they go all the way through, but they don't have any now. So let's we'll throw our other one on just to see. And if we're still leaking, then we know. Grab that guy. Something like that. Perfect fit. Grab the bolts. And I'm hoping I can get to run a saw or two maybe tomorrow. I know we got a pack, but may at least be able to get a first start on a saw or two. See if we can get that guy started off in there. Get them all started. And get it where she's not loose. Just barely tight. Come on. Still a little bit. There she goes. Alright. Go ahead. Finish putting this guy down. We'll go back to our other side. There we go. Alright, that one's tight. That one just touched tight. Finish with this side. That's just the bits rolling around in this thing. Come on. Where you at? There we go. A little bit past tight. Go over here, go a little bit past tight. Like that. Then we'll go up here. Pretty tight. Alright. So, to do our test again, grab our, let's go. Let's see. We'll do it. So if we can do it like that, may not be able to. We may not. Just have to see. We don't have much for bolt engagement. See if we can take these washers off, get a little more engagement on them. That's a little bit better. There'll be a couple more threads. Like one, but still better than what it is. Oop. Done dropped one. I believe. Yes, sir. Yep. Alright. Fasten this whole girl down and see what she'll do. Let's move that guy out of her way. Get her started. Grab this guy. Try and get her started. I think she is. screwdrivers are not the best thing to use on these guys, but that's what I got for now. If I need to, I can pause y'all and go get my little wrench. Probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Yeah, let me do that. Let me pause y'all real quick and I'm gonna grab my wrench. Alright, grab the 8mm. Finish tightening this whole girl down. That should be pretty tight. I'll try that and see. Alright, we need to put in our adapter. Oops, sorry about that. Trying to get the right angle on her. There we go. I'd love if it was only that I was leaking. That'd be a win. Alright, she's tight. I reach over y'all, grab my scone. Let's give her a whirl. Believe the block off plate's still in it. Yep. Make sure we're good down there. Good right there. Good right there. There's 10 pounds. Nice. Give them suds. I heard something. Yep. She's still leaking from up there. See it right there? Let's see if a little tighten will do anything on it. That makes me wonder if it's our reed seal. It very well could be. Because now it's leaking at a different spot. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to get that off, get that back. Alright, so that tells us that that wasn't immediately our issue. So like I said, it's bubbling at a different spot this time. Bubbling somewhere back there. Still leaking fairly slow, but she is bubbling. I can't tell if our what's it called is leaking as well. Looks like our carb is leaking as well. Alright, easy enough. Let's pull her back. Easy enough. So let me pull this carb back off and we'll pull the reeds out and see what the sealant on those look like. Alright, so we're done pulled it back apart. Reeds look good. This supposed to be fairly like a rubber, but this thing has gotten so hard. I think that's where we're leaking from. I mean, it is hard as a rock. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm gonna do is seal it. I'm going to use some Moto Seal and I'll seal it back up. Same with same to our reeds, and then to our block, which I set over here. We'll just seal it all the way through. I'll have to use some thin gauge wire to make sure our passage is open. That's not hard. Actually, I've got my welding machine right here. I can take some welding wire, stick it through, and make sure she's open. But I think that's what's going to end up doing it. So I'm gonna go get some brake clean. I'm about to clean all this up, and then we will reseal it. So I'll be right back with you. All right, folks. We done sealed her back up. Now we're letting her sit. And so far, she's holding. Let's see if we got any leaks. I done sprayed it. I don't see nothing as of so far. Yeah, I don't see nothing as of yet. I think that may have just been what it needed. That rubber had gotten so hard that I pulled it off to change that other piece that potentially was leaking, or that rubber could have been leaking. That just didn't want to seal up again, or it could have been leaking the other time. Not quite sure, but we'll keep an eye on our needle, which she ain't moved yet, and in about 10 or 15 minutes I'll bring it back. If it ain't dropped by then we'll pull a vacuum on it, and if we're still good there, then we'll start putting this bad boy together tonight. So let me give it about 15 minutes and I'll bring you back. Alright folks, about 15 minutes in and still holding 10 pounds. So let's do a quick vacuum test on it. See if she'll hold 10 pounds of vacuum. Which I think it will. Yeah, there's 10 right there. We'll give it about 5 minutes to make sure she'll be good. She appears to be good. Man, I ain't seen it move at all yet. Clean up and down. I think she's good. No, that wasn't very long, probably a minute, but she is appearing to be good. So we are good to go ahead and start reassembling. Which I know I'm excited. I don't know if y'all are excited. I'm really excited about, because I want to get this thing back in action. All right, I need to pull this guy off. Cannot forget about our little washers. Put those back on. But I do not believe we need a block off plate anymore. I'll save that little gasket. We need it in the future. I said I may have to reseal up another one. We'll just have to see. I have to clean all this soap out, but that ain't no issue. Guys, it's been a little more difficult than the other one, but you got throttle rod that's right there. There we go. Here we go. That's got her. I don't need you no more. Go ahead, clean it off. Get our nice little bubbles out of there. Need another rag. Oop, gotta go behind y'all and get another one. Now we will have to replace the fuel line there, because it is shot. Y'all remember we had to break it off to get it off, so let's clean this whole girl out. I mean, it'll dry. Sorry, my neighbor. He's jamming pretty good if you can hear him. I'm sure y'all can. He likes to stay up at late and jam. Nah, don't mind. I don't mind. Take this off. Let's see what we got as far as getting into a fuel line. Looks like we got a grommet there. We got one screw. If I can get it out. Oh, without stripping it. Oh my. We're going to have to go to the hammer drill on it. Whew. That bad boy is tough. Good thing I just charged up my battery, as you can see behind it. Or maybe I'll see behind it. Come on. Never had one of these be conked up before. There we go. Alright. I think we can just move it out the way. As you can see, she is absolutely shot. Surprised it ran what little it did. See if we can get it out of the tank. Filter looks good, so we'll try to reuse that. Just this fuel line ain't no good. Had a good seal on it. So let's see what we got we can pair it with. It'll look about like that. Yeah. May not have any of it. I might. One. We have to wait. See how that fits up in that grommet. It fits pretty decent. It's got a nice snug fit. So let's give that. How much are we missing? About an inch off that. Let's stretch this out. Give it another. Give it another like 2 inches just to be on the safe side. I got to go behind you, cut it. There we go. We'll need our pliers and our snips. This will always be the fun part. Yeah, she's fairly snug off in there. I think that'll work. Come on. It's the toughest part, is trying to get it out of the hole. There we go. Oh, pulled that out. That's alright though. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. May need a longer piece, because I know it gotta go down that bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it a little bit longer. And I'll save this piece, put it somewhere else. Let's go like another like 3 inches. Try that. Try that on for size. So let's stuff you in there. Go a little ways. So we can grab it with our pinky. No. Get it come around that side. It's alright. There we go. So we want to make sure she's good. We'll have to open that up a little bit. Let's take some thin nose needles. Get as far as you can off in it. That's about all I can do right now. Just start opening her up a little bit. There should be plenty big line. There we go. That should do it. I said once you spread it, usually you can get them in. That old one had gotten so, what's it called, so stiff it, but it's just big enough it'd come off of it. Ooh, got me right in the knuckle, right on the side of it. That wasn't fun. Let's try that again. That might do it. I had trouble with these before. Trying to get them in. I'll bring y'all back when I got it on. I did give myself a little nick. See that right there? I'll bring y'all back. 1 second. Alright, I got it on. I'm just a little butterfingered tonight. So we'll center it on back down. Just make sure she goes all the way down into our fuel. Should be it right there. Not lose a fuel cap. Just gonna go ahead and put that cap back on really. Then we gotta pull this junky line off, pull this side out. It's nice and gummed off in there. We gotta run this guy through there. It can be a little tough. The hole is a little small. Gotta clean her off a little bit here. There's still some of that left in there. Yeah, it appears to be. But to help us out, we're gonna cut it on an angle. What I like to do, I like to cut it on a fairly sharp angle if I can. See if we can get it like that. See that? That way, in theory, just push it through that hole there, but I got to grab my little punch or something to get that other piece out. Might be go use this. There she goes. She popped out of there. She's a little dirty, but not hardly at all. Guess in theory you want to do that this side first and then draw it all the way through, but that ain't what we did. So now we're getting to play with it. Here we go. Now I can take my needle nose, grab it, pull her on through, just like so. So we'll make sure got plenty. I want to make sure I have plenty down here. That way it can move around. Keep it nice and tucked up there. Yes, we can. Go ahead and put that guy back on. I'll keep it tucked up. So that should be plenty in here. Oh yeah, she got plenty to move and groove like she needs to. So we overshot it by a little bit. That's okay. Because what we'll do is actually pull a little bit back out of this side whenever we get ready. But we need to go ahead and this side. Got mushroom it out, so I'm gonna go all the way out here to the end. This basically I did it backwards. So what I'm trying to say, I should have sent it through this side, sent it through that side, then came in, because you gotta mushroom this out for. Let me pull this out. For your inlet right here. You see, I still got some of that old. See how big that inlet is right there. See how small that is. So we're gonna have to mushroom it out a pretty good bit. But that's the line they had in it. Should be okay. Just gonna have to do the same thing we did. Just more than last time. I may use a heat gun to heat it up. Probably what I'm gonna do. Take my heat gun I got right here. Use it to heat it up a little bit. And she will expand. Oh, come on. Got it too hot too quick. Now I gotta let it cool a little bit so I can work with it. Come on. So. Should be enough to get it on there. So it's gonna take a little bit. That should be close. So she's gonna stay mushroomed out a little bit, but as long as you don't get too wide, it should just fit over and then be snug. Let's see. See if we hit it on the money or not. Close. Try to just work it around. May have to take my needle nose. Finish getting her going. Got her a little ways around. There we go. Now we're cooking with something. But don't make it come off. Grab my needle nose, work her down. Hard to do. Sometimes you need an extra hand, but you don't typically don't have it. So if you can get started one way, but that might have finished going on there. Start her on the bottom, work on around. She will do it. Because I've done it before. It's just can be a little bit of a pain. Here she goes. we're starting to work on. See what I'm saying? It'll get tight. There we go. So we got good flow there. Even if it did that, stuck it down in there, that should get cut off. So we are going to have to do what I thought. Pull a little bit out. Drop a little bit more in the tank. That's fine. Rather have too much than not enough, my personal opinion. But we can take out that slack just like this. There you go. Now what I do need to find that little needle where it decided to land. Yep. I'll set it back out for a second. There we go. Need that bolt for later. I gotta find, should be in here, that little spring. There she is. Put a little spring back on. There she is. Alright, now we're good to start doing some stuff. I said, yeah, pretty good engagement right there. Should be enough fuel for this saw. Got her gasket still on there. I said, I have a feeling she'll seal. If not, we'll know. Pour her line out so she's about flush. Just like that. We grab our washers and our screws. Pull her up a little bit. Get her back into place. She'll go. Gotta get her in the right spot. I think that did it. See if we can get our other one in there without pulling the car back off. That's what I prefer to do. I may not be able to. Nope. Pull it off, pull it back a little bit, or tilt it up, don't matter. There you go. Should still be fairly lined up, and it is. Go ahead, get that guy going. There she is. Let me use my long screwdriver. That guy right there. I really don't like using a screwdriver on these. Let me see if I can just do it by hand. Now y'all can't see much. I'll turn it around for you. Just working these screws back in. And we can pull our throttle rod, or not throttle rod, or fuel line. Yeah, getting tired. Pull our fuel line next. I like to alternate them. Let me get this one where it's flush. Alright, there we go. Still got a little bit left to do. There she goes. These things don't have to be super tight, because you don't want to start pulling that, what's it called, out. Because then you'll have a leak. Alright, that should be good. go ahead, just for now, we'll stuff that down in the tank. If anything, literally all I have to do is fish it out of the tank. That's nothing. Finish tightening that back down. Appears to be good. All right, now we got our choke, but you can't forget is that little pin, little cotter pin. Sometimes we can fight that me and this little cotter pin. It's so tight. See if we can get her down in there on the first try. I doubt it. Usually don't. Let's get the line back up again. Yeah, me and this little thing can fight sometimes. There we go. Got it through. Turn it like that. I'm just gonna bend it one way, not split it, just because I want to be able to get this thing back off. There you go. It ain't gonna go nowhere. That works. Now, we got our mount. Just goes right there. So that is not the original bolt. I have to find out what size that is. That is not it. I'll tell you right now. She's in there like swimwear. She's tight. Go on to our jets. These can sometimes be fun. Send her off down there. She should line up. Just go till she stops. Then we'll back it out of turn. Alright, so half, one. Go with the other guy. There she is. Half, one. And I'd like to do a quarter. Let's put our throttle where it needs to be. Like to get it where she just starts moving. Alright, somewhere right. Let's say right there we'll go half, one, and a quarter. We'll start off right there. I don't know if we're getting full, I guess we're getting full travel on it. But that's pretty darn tight. We might have to, you gotta, that's not all the way. Still got a little bit. We might have to bend that rod out just a touch because this thing's worn a little bit out. We're not getting full travel on it. But these aren't high RPM screamers anyways, but you do want full travel out of it. Alright, I guess we can go to pulling these guys off. So we can pull that lock off plate. Of course, the one at the bottom's tight. I've thought about making a either a pipe for one of these or just a cover, different cover, with a little, that'd be a probably 5/8, 7/8, probably 7/8, just outlet, kind of like the Pioneers, either shooting back that yonder way or shooting back that way. Probably back yonder way like the Pioneers. So we can get this guy to come out. It can be a little stuck sometimes. Let's see. Get something that ain't gonna mark it up. There we go. Gotta get this cover out. Can. It'll come out. And just be a little bugger sometimes. There you go. I gotta pull these two screws out. There we go. Then the one we ain't gonna put that screen back in. I don't like running spark arresters on my soles. I see them, they get gummed up real bad. Take her block off plate off. She's got a nice little indent since she's been on there for quite some time. Still got our gasket on there. We do. That's good. Okay, get those lined up. Try to get one started at least. Another one will follow suit. So if it doesn't come out, come on. There we go. That one's getting close to tight. Not quite yet, but close. Then we got to put in this little guy. Get it started right. There we go. Use this one. We'll use that one. Oh, make her nice and tight. Want all of them to be. You're going to want to do a heat cycle or two, then retighten, and maybe, heck, maybe even third. It's pretty tight. So we'll leave our spark arrestor screen out for now. Set it up there so I don't lose it. I mean, I will, but I will lose it. But I'll be able to find it. There we go. One. There's two. There's three. Make sure she's going down in there. Here's two. So they can only go so far, then they stop. There we go. There we go. pretty tight. Put these guys back on. I have to go get my clutch cover. Just sitting over here. And me nuts and bolts. I think that was, no, you're the big guys. So you're going to be done set all my stuff over here now from before. I pulled it apart, now I gotta refine it. Refines it. That's no trouble there, we will. There's two. And we need our big washers. Big washers. Sorry, I wasn't more prepared to finish this up, y'all. Should have been. But sometimes it's just not how it crumbles now, is it? Guess I might have to find some more washers because they're not there. Don't want to run it without it. That's for sure. Keep our washers, but there's fairly big ones, so that'll be all right. I said I'm fine. I'll find them again. That ain't no issue. Weren't no issue. So set this on there. Go. Now I got a surprise. I think I have found a, what's it called? Top cover. We'll see though. Go see if I got it. She may not be the exact color. Nope, she's faded out. But I wonder if we could cut this guy out a bit and at least put it on our other one for now. See, that's not her. I thought that was close enough color. We should at least go down there. Have to pull this stuff off. That's shame. Let's see if I can get this guy off without pulling that scald out of there. I think I can. I thought I could, but alright, that ain't gonna work. That's alright. We'll find one from 925 or 923 or 955 will work. We'll find it though. That's it. This one just got a big gouge off in it. I think I had my sequence wrong. Go. Yeah, we'll go. Oh, need that after fact. Yep. I said she'll hold it on. It's not as well as I'd like it to. That'll do it. Oh, last but not least, yeah, spark plug. Oh man, I can't believe this is gonna be close to probably a 40-minute video. It's alright, guys. I'm sorry. Pulling this guy out. I'm probably gonna call it a night after this. It's pretty late. But I think about it. That's all I can do. 19. I reckon we'll use. I reckon we can throw this ball shelf in her. I'm sure she'll be alright. I can get it in its spot. There we go. Just get her snug. You ain't gotta get it overly tight. Just snug. Alright, that should have it. Push down, put our decomp in. Seems our decomp does not like to stay in that well. I don't know why that is. There she goes. Just gotta be careful on it. Sounds like our oiler's working fairly well. There we go. Crashing out. She's got pretty darn good. I can say that much. Nice look good pop. And then I'd say she's done. We'll have to fire it up. Maybe we can get a chance. We'll fire her off tomorrow. See if she's gonna have any more leaks. See if we can get her tuned in, at least for the day tomorrow. I mean, I'm going out of town for 6 days, starting Wednesday, or including Wednesday. We're leaving Wednesday morning. So, weather's gonna turn off pretty cold down here. Yeah, I'll move this out. Hey, y'all, it's light out of you guys, sorry. Then, I'll be back, next Monday. Probably won't be able to work on saws that night. Probably gonna get in pretty late and want to go to sleep. So next time I'll be out here is next Wednesday, hopefully. We'll just see how it goes. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have had a great evening. Jesus loves you, always loves you. And I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your night. And if you don't mind, if you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. We post twice a week, typically Tuesdays, Thursdays. Sometimes I'll post 3 times. We'll just see. And then hope y'all have, like I said, hope y'all have a blessed evening and a great week ahead. Thanks, y'all.